Hello everybody, this is Richard Elliott from PrintInMotion, and today we are going to discuss how to create lightning in a scene. Some people don't have a lot of time in order to go ahead and sit there for 5 or 6 hours in order to try to catch the perfect lightning bolt, and to be honest with you, it's quite dangerous. So what we're going to do is take this photograph here and create a lightning bolt that goes right down. Now, sometimes you want to have clouds and those type of things, which gives more of a realistic scene, but for our demonstration today we're just going to go ahead and do a quick lightning bolt. So from there we're going to go ahead and select new, and this image behind here is 3 inches by 1.7 inches at 300 ppi, so we want to keep it as consistent so that the lightning bolt can be from top to bottom. Go ahead and hit OK. Make sure your background is black, and some other instructional videos, what they'll do is they'll put a gradient that goes from left to right, and then it kind of randomly just creates this hysteria of a lightning bolt. What I like to do is kind of control it a little bit more. So what I'm going to end up doing is taking my brush tool and selecting a brush, 30s, 40s, or whatever, and make sure it's selected on white, and I just jag it along just like this. Then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and fill in the rest of this over here, either using the wand tool selecting the other black area, or just taking this area and filling it in this way with a larger brush. So now you have a separation of black over here to white over here. You want to go up to filter, and then from there you want to do a Gaussian blur. Now the greater the amount of blur, the better of a lightning bolt effect you're going to get. If you want a real thick lightning bolt, you want to reduce your radius down to the 20s or 30s. But we want a pretty good lightning bolt image. So we're going to hit OK there. From that particular point, we want to go into Render, Difference Clouds. Now what this will do is it will actually separate that white area that's in the middle part and create two different sides. If you do go to Adjust, Invert, you'll now start seeing the shape of a lightning bolt here. Now, right now we have all this white cloudiness on the left and right, but we want to make it so that this is the only thing is intensified. So if we go under Adjustments, Levels, and we pull our shadow handle on the left-hand side, you can now start seeing the effects of a lightning bolt coming out. Now don't go too far with it, because what we want to do is we want to take our midtones and allow it to still have some fuzziness to it, but taking our midtones over to the right. Okay. Now in some cases there may be some residual information like down here or whatever. You could take a paintbrush with black. Let's reduce our thing there. Do a little soft brush and kind of take some of that stuff out so it makes it a little bit more believable. Okay. Now, if you wanted to have another lightning bolt come out of this way, the easiest way to do is to take that area. You want to copy that and paste it onto a new layer. As you can see, then you have this separation. You can then go ahead and do whatever you want to with it. What I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to transform it and flip it horizontally. And as you can see, it kind of comes down that way. And then what I'll do is I will take some eraser and erase some of the parts out of it. Oops, my apologies, the intensity was not high enough. There we go. And we'll take some of the extracurricular stuff out of there. So now it looks like it's connected. Okay. So now we have these two edges. Go ahead and flatten your image. Now we have this lightning bolt, but we still don't have it into our original photograph. How we do that is we copy it. So you go and select all, copy it, and it's Apple C. And then we pop it on top of your image the way it is. You should have two layers, one that's on the top and one that's on the bottom. That's your original photograph. You take this layer here, and now you create it to a screen. Now you have the lightning bolt. Now from there you can move around the lightning bolt. You can go ahead and edit size to scale it. In some cases this is also a very good way in order to create smoke out of a building or smoke out of anything. And usually a lightning bolt, you could even have an area up here where you lighten it up a little bit. So you'll take a softer brush and then you'll take the opacity down a little bit and kind of let it go around that way. Now the last thing that you can do is if you wanted to have more of a yellowish effect or bluish effect or whatever, if you go under Adjustments, Hue and Saturation, and click Colorize, now you have this coloring that's happening, and you can change out the color, whether you want it blue, whether you want it purple, and that may be real helpful because depending on the intensity of colors within your photograph, you may want to go ahead and change out some of these elements of color to make it more realistic to the photograph. So I'm going to keep it more or less somewhere around in the bluish, kind of a little bit of a purple area that way. So that's how you create a lightning bolt. If you need any other help, any other suggestions for any other videos, please email us at info@printinmotion.net, and I will talk to you soon.